All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. An executive session was held in advance of this meeting to discuss personnel, contract, and legal matters. At this time, I would like to invite the scouts to come down and lead us in the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. All right. At this time, we should probably make a motion to amend the agenda for that minor typo that was on page 4. So, so I will make a motion to amend the agenda to correct the 27.3677 mils for Dauphin County under the 2026-2027 tax year to be 27.3666 mils.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. All right, next up. Yes, that's where I was going, yeah. Next up, I need a motion to adopt the agenda then.
So moved.
Which one of you wants to switch to a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. All right, at this time, are there any public comments on agenda items only? None in the crowd, none online either. Next, I need a motion to approve the minutes from the March 10th, 2026 regular board meeting, April 7th, 2026 policy committee meeting, and April 7th, 2026 caucus meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. And now we will go to our student reps. Maybe.
Oh,
Yep.
so close. Okay, we're gonna get it for May, everybody. Just hang on. Hi, everyone. Happy April. We're so happy to see you all. Hope you didn't get April fooled too hard. At least you're not a teacher at Susquenita High School, because let me tell you, we had a lot of pranks going on that day. I'm just going to hand it over to Bray. She's going to start you up with our first event. It is not an April Fool. We're being for real with what we're going to tell you today.
Okay, nice joke, Liv. Good evening, everybody. Students from the junior class took a field trip today to the Perry Counter Career Expo and Job Fair, which was held in Newport. There were over 40 businesses for students to interact with and learn more about different careers and get into contact with professionals as well.
We have another field trip that is leaving tomorrow. This is one we're super excited about. It's a field trip to Wallops Island. If you don't know what Wallops Island is, it's basically something that's run by the Chesapeake Bay Institute, in which they invite students down to the Chickanateek, and these students go through several different lessons, if you will, on various different scientific material. I think they're doing one on microinvertebrates I heard a lot about. There's a lot of marine biology things they do that are super cool. I think we may have even had some alumni who went on a Wallops Island trip. We used to do that all the time. And so we had great feedback from that trip. They brought it back this year, and all I can say is that everybody's real excited for it.
The mock crash will be taking place next Friday, right before prom. All juniors and seniors will have the opportunity to watch a staged car crash here in the parking lot. We would like to extend thanks to the local fire departments and EMS agencies for participating and giving our students that good lesson.
We're hosting our Distinguished Honors Breakfast on April the 27th. If you're not familiar with the Distinguished Honors Breakfast, this is just something that we invite all students on the honor roll to, in which them and their families can attend and have a very nice breakfast. There's a keynote speaker. It's a wonderful time. What's even more wonderful is that all board members are invited to attend. So if you want to start your morning off with a great breakfast and seeing my smiling face, you should come to the breakfast.
Students are participating in Model UN this Friday. The event is being held at Penn Tech, and the students will be debating world topics among their peers in other school districts. If you're not familiar with Model UN, students are able to write bills, and they debate with other schools there as well. So it's a really good opportunity for kids interested in civics or government, politics, anything like that.
Now the one we've all been waiting for, prom, is on May the 2nd. Everybody's super excited about it. We have a new venue this year. It's in Carlisle. Everybody's super excited about that. And the advisor has been working especially hard this year. Not quite as hard as me trying to find a prom dress, but pretty close. And prices for tickets have been lowered by $10, so it's cheaper for students to even attend.
The Environmental Club will also be hosting 2 upcoming events in April. There will be Earth Day activities throughout the day on April 23rd, and the Pico Envirothon competition will be held on April 28th. So teams from Susquenita will go and compete against other Perry County schools on environmental-based knowledge.
Finally, on the same day, we just want to talk about NHS induction on April 28th. This is something that the National Honor Society does every year. It's a very nice ceremony in which they invite the new inductees to walk on the stage and read the oath. There's some speeches that are done. Parents and family are invited. And then, of course, we got a lot of good food afterwards. So that's something we're all really excited about. And then I think that's all we have for you in this lovely month of April. A little bit short this month, but May is going to be a doozy. So just be on the watch out for that.
So I have to say, when I saw the new venue for the prom, I think Mr. Funk had sent it out in the Blackhawk Squawk. I was super excited for you guys. I think it looks really cool. And I sent the picture off to my alumni. And when I sent it to her, she's like, "What's that?" I go, "Susquenita's prom location." And her response back was, "Bruh." So that, of course, is like, I wish that would have been our place when we had it. So I'm excited for you guys. I think it looks really beautiful.
All right, thank you very much. All right, got some finance reports there. Jason, you want to go over a couple things for us?
All right. So hopefully you have 2 reports in front of you. One with the 6,000s on the left-hand column. That's our revenue. We can go over that one first. So we're 75% of the way through the year, and we've received 82% of our revenue. When you compare to the prior year, we are about $2 million behind the prior year, but a lot of that has to do with just some timing of some accounting entries that happened the year before that got caught up in June. So we're really not that far behind. We're kind of on pace where we were last year. So we're at $30.9 million of revenue received so far this year. Still have some state funding coming in, and then obviously some activities and stuff like that to come in yet. So that's where we're at from a revenue perspective. Flipping over to the other sheet with the 1,000s. These are our expenses. So again, we are 75% of the way through, but with June being a heavy accrual month, we probably want to be right around the 66.6%, and we are at 66.91. So trending pretty much in line with our expenses so far year to date. There is, still one semi-heavy hitter yet that we have to get caught up on here. Hopefully this month we can get caught up. And compared to last year, we're actually down about $1.8 million in spending, but that has to do with one of the cyber payments that's still to come. And last year we had a higher debt payment than what we have this year, so that's why there's a little bit more spending last year than what we've seen so far this year. Any questions on any of that through March? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's see if I get all these here. All right, I need a motion to approve the following payment of orders. All of these are for April 2026. First one is General Fund FNB for $597,964.12. Next is General Fund MP for $68,258.06. Then the General Fund F&B prepaid for $314,441.19. And the General Fund MP wire transfers for $302,813.18.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Moving on to the general fund budget. Before we go into a motion, does anybody have any discussion beforehand?
If you want me to review the one pager that I gave you, that looks like the one that was handed out in the caucus, I was able to update it. I made a new option 0, so that was I moved our revenue neutral being 0, into as option 0. And then the two options you ask us to prepare are option 1 and option 2, where option 1 is the 0% for Perry County. And then the option 2 is the half the Act 1 index, which happens to be the 2.4% for Dolphin. So you can see the revenue that's generated from option 1 is $102,000, and the revenue from option 2 is $167,000. So if anybody has any questions?
I think I asked you this offline, but just for the benefit of the full group, do you have any understanding as to why it's not linear in terms of our revenue that we get?
It has to do with the behind-the-scenes formula that takes place. I mean, it really is as simple as putting in a couple numbers and it spits out the answer. So it's something in the way it's calculated behind the scenes that it's not an equal revenue for the equal percentage that you would think it would be. So if you have a 4%, you get 465. You'd think you'd get half of that for 2.4, but that's just not the way it works out with the whole Mount County calculation that takes place.
Anyone else? All right. So I think we'll just move forward, and I'm just going to go with option 1 and see where we land, and then go from there. So I'm seeking a motion to approve the proposed 2026-2027 general fund budget totaling $40,950,000 with the intent to adopt the final budget at the May 12th, 2026 board meeting, and including using option 1 from the tax rate options listed there below.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion at this point? All right, at this time, we will move to a roll call vote.
Mrs. Rabin,
Yes.
Mrs. Walborn,
Yes.
Ms. Bailey Reed,
Yes.
Mr. Lineham,
Yes.
Mr. Warona,
Yes.
Mrs. Singley,
No.
Dr. Gatile,
No.
Dr. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. All right, next up is personnel. Need a motion to approve personnel items 6B through 6G.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? All right, hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the Board Discipline Committee's recommendation for student 041010.
So moved.
Second.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up, need a motion to reject all bids received for the high school select renovation project opened on March 26th, 2026 due to higher than projected costs.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next, need a motion to approve the high school exterior color selection scheme as depicted in the rendering that will include the following use of colors: SW 9583 for the white, SW 6884 for the orange, and SW 7075 for the gray.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I presume these are the, I don't know if the numbers match what we were, so I presume they were what we discussed last week.
Yes, and in that rendering, if you click on, it matched the number, to match the number that's located out here on the paint swatches that we had numbered.
Okay.
Yep.
Any further discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the second reading of policy 210.1 medications.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to approve second reading of policy 815.1, the use of generative AI in education.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the first reading of policy 916, volunteers.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to approve a donation of $200 from Big Brothers Big Sisters to support the picnic at the elementary school in May of 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need a motion to accept a donation of an outside sign from Quandel Energy Solutions that reads, "Welcome to Susquenita School District, home of the Blackhawks, PIAA state champions," and the sign will also have a place to add hanging signs with the team and dates of these accomplishments.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
And what team is currently going to be on that sign?
Should be field hockey.
Field hockey. And who's their coach and where is he? Oh, right here. I'm sorry. Congratulations again.
Any further discussion? Anyone else want to roast Jason? No? All right. Anyone opposed? All right, hearing none, motion carries. These don't actually say motion on them, but they should. Need a motion to approve some field trips here. First one, motion to approve a 7th grade class field trip to the Baltimore Aquarium and to the Hard Rock Cafe on May 27th, 2026. It should be noted that one school day will be missed.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Need another motion for a field trip for the 4x400 relay team to go to the Franklin Field in Philadelphia and Cedar Cliff High School 4x400 Penn relays overnight at King of Prussia from 4:24 to 4:25, which are not school days. They will not miss any school days.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do have a question on this. It's confusing to me about the interjection of Cedar Cliff High School. I don't know why that's there.
So the team, the 4x4 team, is going down to King of Prussia Friday evening, spending the night because they compete at Penn Relays first thing in the morning. Then they're leaving Penn Relays and meeting the rest of the team who are already going to be at Cedar Cliff High School competing, so
Okay.
they can compete there also.
Okay. Do we have to approve that, though, for them to go
Not
to
that
Cedar
part,
Cliff?
but it was all part of a whole
A big loop?
thing. So pretty much the overnight was
The overnight piece.
what you were.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, that makes sense. They've done this in the past. I've done that coming over to the Cedar Cliff relays afterwards. I just wasn't sure why we needed to have a field trip to Cedar Cliff High School. So I get it now. Thank you.
Thanks for clearing that up. Any other discussion on that?
Oh, just one other, sorry. It's just the boys, so not both the boys and the girls qualified? Just boys?
That's correct, just
Okay.
boys qualified.
Okay.
Anything else? That's it for you, but maybe there's someone else. Yeah, okay. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Dr. Jones, you got a career and tech update for us?
I do. We're continuing to look for a business administrator. Our business administrator has announced her retirement. We did interview one candidate, and we're going to bring her back, and she took another position. But recently, we got 2 applicants that look promising, and we're vetting those and hope to be conducting interviews perhaps as early as later this week. So I'll try to keep you informed on that. The tech school is having difficulty, as are all schools, with finding substitutes. So we're investigating, looking at some type of a sub-service to help us to see if we can get staff on board. As I told you before, we weren't happy with our construction management team who were doing the clerk of the works type people with the construction. And so we hired a new firm, and they are absolutely, totally thrilled with the new construction management team. So we have the director and other administrators are actually now able to do their jobs instead of overseeing construction. So we're very happy about that. As a matter of fact, the change orders seem to be a lot less, and some of the change order, like the one change order, we ended up with a $31,000 credit. So they're doing a great job with that. One of the things they're looking at for construction is they're looking at a substantial completion date by September 18th of last school year, which is not what we were hoping at all. We were hoping for summer. So one of the things the new construction management people are doing is trying to find ways to not only save us money, but also to keep us, to get us back on track. And one of the ideas they had is like in some of the bigger shops or vocational areas where they have like piping overhead and HVAC and everything overhead. It was supposed to be painted. And the guy who's doing it now is like, I kind of like the industrial look. So we're not going to paint it. It's going to save us money, and it's going to help us get done faster. So those are the types of things they're looking at and moving forward. And so far, we've been really happy about that. We had 2 students from Susquenita present at our meeting this month, Austin Garber, who is in 12th grade, and Courtney Muller, who's in 11th grade. They both did an amazing job doing some things with horticulture at the farm show that previously had not really been done there, and they went to their instructor. Their instructor was like, yeah, let's do it. So, and they did really well at the farm show, and they actually presented to the JOC. So if you see them, a special shout out to them. First round acceptance letters were already sent out to the tech school, and we're currently looking at reviewing second round applications. And I'll end with this, and you young people back there need to listen to this. I'll end with this. We currently have 111 students on co-op, which is like, they got a lot of their work done and they're working a job. Some are getting paid, some aren't. 111 of them are on co-op. 8 are onboarding, so we're hoping to get more. So this is what I think is fantastic. One of our students on co-op is currently working on co-op, not a high school graduate, for $45.23 an hour in masonry as a co-op student. And, well, and we have a student in carpentry who's currently co-oping at $38 an hour, and we have 3 students in HVAC all making over $25 an hour as students earning experience and getting a co-op degree. So the tech school is the way to go. And there's a long line to get in. People want to go there, and they can't, which is why this board just agreed to invest over around $1.5 million or so dollars into expanding that school, and that's why I've been talking about construction. So college is definitely not for everyone. There are a lot of other ways to get out there and make a decent living, and I'll tell you, it's just exciting, some of the stuff that's going on at the tech school. So for those of you listening, parents, students, consider it. It's amazing some of the things we're able to provide for our students, and thank you to this board for supporting the tech school. That's it.
Thank you very much. What do you think, Mr. Ward? Think you can give us a foundation update?
Yeah, I can do that for you. Still, the big news is the golf tournament, the golf scramble that we have coming up here at the end of June. Right now, we have a new record for sponsorship funds raised for that event. Christine Matash has been working with Callis Wexler. They're up over $11,000 now for sponsorship dollars, which is absolutely amazing. It's a new record for us. I'm still looking for a few more teams to go and join the event. It's always a great day, great food, great golf, great items that are being raffled off. So we're looking forward to just get a few more teams to join us that day. And as always, we're getting to that time of the year where the foundation is starting to look at Teacher Appreciation Week and what the things that we're going to put on for the teachers. So we're working through the preparations of that right now. And last but not least, we're always looking for friends of the foundation to come and volunteer with us and work on the board to go and help put these great events together and put these great things in place for our students and staff.
Thank you very much. I hear John Fox is a heck of a golfer. You should probably sign him up.
I'm working on it.
All right, moving right along. Did you have something?
Nope. Oh, updates? Board reports?
You're a
Yep.
little later yet.
Oh, my fault. I was just going to say, besides my golf game, I have watched a lot of the Masters. So while I definitely can appreciate golf and appreciate their skill level, my skill level is still lacking.
Favorite part was when Sergio busted his driver over that water cooler. Did you see that? That's pretty awful. Oh, my God. All right. Meeting schedule there. Policy committee meeting Tuesday, May 5th. Caucus meeting Tuesday, May 5th. And then the regular school board meeting Tuesday, May 12th. Got some disposition items there for you to look over. And now it's your turn.
Thank you. And just full disclosure, I did watch a little bit of golf and then took a nap during the middle of a lot of it, so I did miss that part. April is the month of the military child, so Susquenita School District, being a proud Purple Ribbon School, as designated by the Pennsylvania Department of Education for developing processes and procedures to support military families and students. This week, we have a Spirit Week to raise awareness and support our families. So you'll see different themes throughout, and it is certainly our obligation, responsibility to support our students and to support families. And we appreciate, respect, and thank our military families for all that they do. Special congratulations to Alex Potter, who won the Mechatronics event at Skills USA, and we'll move on to the next level of competition. Skills USA events, if you've ever been to a Skills USA event, are extremely intense. They challenge students to perform specific tasks and skills under intense pressure, while often having to use teamwork, flexibility, creativity, and ingenuity. So congratulations. Sunday, Perry County will hold its America 250 celebration in Newport, and our students will be showcased and be a part of that America 250 celebration to recognize their talents, their collaboration from the collaboration projects on the podcasts. So thank you for all of that. Congratulations to Braylon McKee and Natalie Farnhart who placed first in the PennDOT Innovation Challenge. So I heard about that innovation today. It's incredible. And I believe you're moving on the States next week, April 23rd. So good luck to you. We know you'll do well. And let's bring home the gold. Last week, we held, it was Assistant Principals Week. So a special thank you to Mrs. Rebecca Walsman, Mr. Dylan Page, and Mrs. Ashley Sabinski, our assistant principals. Your commitment to our school district and your commitment to all you do for our students, for our staff, for our teachers, and the school community. We want to thank you with a warm round of applause for all you do. So make sure you share that with your colleagues, Rebecca and Dylan. Certainly, this is a busy and exciting time of the year. We are going to enter into state testing relatively soon, that testing window with PSSA, Keystone exams. So thank you to all of the efforts from our principals and our teachers of building schedules, going over those schedules in groups that are necessary for testing. And this is the first year that the Commonwealth has required testing be conducted online only. So thank you to our IT staff for preparing and making sure we are ready. We are ready to go. Our students are ready. So we're excited for that opportunity to demonstrate our learning on this one snapshot in time. It is not the full measurement of how we conduct learning, but it's one of those data metrics. Campus is busy. If you obviously, as coming in, you saw there's a multitude of different events, an incredible track and field meet going on, different practices, lots of different events, and it's going to continue to pick up. Every night, multiple events for the next couple of months, which is awesome. But please, watch pedestrians. The speed limits through campus is 15 miles an hour. There's no excuse for careless driving on campus. We do have a school police officer. If you're careless driving on campus and he sees you, he will pull you over, and he does have the authority to issue citations. So please watch your speed. The safety of our students, staff, and everyone is important. Students, it's fourth marking period time. It's time to rock and roll, right? Here we go. It's going to get nice. It is starting to get nice out, but this is the time to make sure, A, you come to school, and B, make sure you continue to work hard. We want to make sure that consistency over the marking periods is felt and that you finish strong in your fourth marking period. To the parents in our community, certainly if you have any questions on anything, reach out to our incredible administrators, reach out to myself in my office. We're here to help you in any way that we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, are there any board members wishing to provide any reports or comments?
I had one report. I don't know how many listening or how many present remember Jason Haley. Jason Haley was a history teacher, a social studies teacher here at Susquenita. Some of you may or may not know. Ash will know because I was her principal. But I was principal here once upon a time. I started here as assistant principal 26 years ago. But Jason was a very young teacher at the time. And so I know a lot of people in the audience, if you're listening, teachers would know Jason as well. But Jason was just named National American History Teacher of the Year. Which is an amazing accomplishment. And in the past, he has been named a Pennsylvania History Teacher of the Year. He's mentored teachers around the country and led seminars and things around the country. He's really done well. But I recently heard from Jason. He had sent me something recently and said that if it weren't for Susquenita, when I was the principal here, he would have never had the opportunities that he had. That Susquenita was the very first school. We took a risk with him and allowed him to start our very first AP history class here. It might have been our first AP class, but AP history, APUSH, Jason started here, and he started the Boston trip with our students, and that continues to do well. But he just said all of these accomplish and more are largely because we said yes to him to start an AP history class at Susquenita and allowed him to attend AP Summer Institutes, which he now teaches. So just a shout out to Jason for being named National History Teacher of the Year. And I thought it was nice that he gave credit to Susquenita. We gave him that start, reaching out to a new young teacher and having faith in him, and he took that ball and ran with it. So congratulations to Jason Haley, and those of you who are listening who have worked with him, knew him. If you see him or reach out to him, give him congratulations.
Very cool. Thank you. Anybody else?
The only thing I have to mention, and maybe we've already covered it and I missed it, but I think we have a board meeting November 3rd, scheduled for November 3rd, and it's election day. So maybe we've taken care of that already, I don't know. It's the same day as election day, and last time we moved it, I think, to Wednesday or something.
Yeah, we'll add that to a future agenda to modify the schedule. Thank you. Anybody else?
I can make something up if you
No,
want
no,
me to.
we're good. We're good. Thanks. All right, public comments. I do not see any online. Anybody up there would like to share anything? Please step to the microphone. Tell us your name and your township. No?
Welcome to our Scouts in attendance. I believe it's probably one of your requirements for, is it citizenship in the community? Thank you. Well, welcome. You're welcome anytime. So thank you very much for coming.
Yeah,
And thank you for leading us in the pledge. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I was just going to say thank you for being here. Sorry for putting you on the spot potentially with the pledge. Maybe you weren't expecting that, but thank you for entertaining that and being willing to participate.
If it's communication, should they all have to give a small speech? No, we're. Yeah. All right, we have to go into an executive session, so we'll let you off the hook for tonight. Just keep the meeting short.
I'm sorry? Oh, go ahead. Admin reports?
Oh, did I buzz right over that? Yeah, I went to you and I forgot to go to the others. I'm sorry. Backing up real quick. Any administrators wishing to provide any reports at this time?
Super quick. Thursday night, we do have our 4th grade band and choir concert here at the high school, 7 p.m. And then next Friday night, big night for the PTO, we put on Springfest at the elementary school. So I'm going to make it short, sweet, and those are 2 very important events coming up.
Thank you. Very quick, as Dr. Fox said, it's a crazy time of year. So April 17th, we have Newport Disability and Special Care Expo that we'll be visiting. It is at the Newport Family Life Center from 9:30 to 12:30 if anybody wants to stop by. On April 22nd, we are having our transition fair. I did give all of you a flyer. I did not print it in color, so I didn't get yelled at. But it is on the 22nd. We do have a very interesting keynote speaker he's called Cup of Code, and he is going to be talking about how AI is transforming the workplace for special education students and giving them the opportunity to enter into job fields that they may not have normally been able to enter into. So I think that's really interesting. On April 24th, we are attending the Special Olympics at McDevitt, so the National Special Olympics. On May 1st, we are having our adapted physical education field day. So again, I've done this before, but I need to do it again. Shout out to Mr. Jacobs and Mr. Snyder because they do an amazing job setting that up and just making it a great day for our kids. On May 8th, we have the Buzzski Awards, which are at Thomas Buzzski, was extremely influential in the transition of students. And we do have one of our students has received, is our nominee for the award this year, and she will be honored on May 8th. I'm not going to give out her name until after the awards. And then May 19th, we are participating in the West Perry County Special Olympics. So the kids really enjoy this day. It's where just our Perry County friends get together and they get to compete against each other. And West Perry does a great job of, getting that situated. So it's a good day for everybody. So just a lot going on.
Just a couple things. I want to shout out to Mrs. Evans, our middle school art teacher. This past Saturday, they had Youth Art Day. So if you're on the MS Facebook page, there's a group picture of all the students with all their artwork I posted today. So it's really, really fabulous. Last week and then tomorrow is a second group. Kids went to BizTown. They came back and they're like, "Are you going tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No," but they were really excited. So it's definitely a beneficial trip. As PSSAs are starting, I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Wilson and Miss Levan. They have organized all kinds of little sweet treats to start the day, prizes for daily test taking, and then a ultimate end of testing activity day, and they bring Kona ice in for all the kids. So really encouraging, their best work and put forth effort. And then the end of the month, there's our typical monthly PBIS with A for acting responsibly.
No, thank you. Well, I have it up here. No, just the students covered quite a few pieces of information. I will be getting out to the families and the board the list of all the events that are going on at the high school, because once we get past the end of May, well, end of April, it just takes off. And there's a field trip or a show or something going on between now and the end of the school year. So we'll be finalizing those dates and getting it out to the public, so everyone's aware of what's going on.
Thank you all very much. Sorry I sort of buzzed right over that. Go right ahead.
For board members, you may know that I have a consulting business on the side, so I didn't want to leave anything on your plate. But I will be making presentations for archive software and analysis tool that I have for school districts, and I will be doing those presentations in the next several months to central Pennsylvania school districts. So I will leave with you a flyer, and the reason why I'm mentioning it is because the demonstration model that I'm using uses our treasurer reports information. So I'll provide with you before you leave this evening, a one-pager that explains it, but just in case somebody presents this to you and says, "Hey, I see your name on this particular thing," or Susquenita's name on it, it's for demonstration purposes. Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. All right. At this time, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn this meeting to executive session with no voting to occur afterwards.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.